Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rocket League video here at Game Gym. And in this one we are going to be covering a shooting mechanic that is really useful to add to your arsenal, especially in 1v1 and 2v2, the Hookshot. Our warm-up for this video is going to consist of two parts. For the first 5 minutes, go into free play and warm up your mechanics by hitting the ball with as much power as possible, and then following up those hits as quickly as you can, which will in turn help to warm up your mechanics and speed, and following that, play one ranked game in a playlist of your choice. Since we are learning a mechanic in this video, I want the warm-up to be a little bit more than usual so everyone is on their A game. The hook shot is an incredibly useful type of shot that involves taking advantage of space given to the ball handler. It involves bounce dribbling the ball forward down the pitch and then turning wide to the side of the ball and cutting back in to hit the ball, which allows us to put more power and speed on it. For those of you that haven't heard of bounce dribbling, it's pretty much how it sounds, but we'll take a closer look a little bit later in the video. The main advantage that the hook shot gives us is the ability to change directions on the field with ease, and allows us to put an incredibly fast and powerful shot on net that oftentimes will be too quick for the defender to even react. Before we get into bounce dribbling, I want to do a quick refresher on the basics of controlling the ball. For this one, you guys can go to free play and follow along and practice briefly with me. One of the most important things to remember to do when trying to control the ball is to feather your boost, which means that you periodically hold it down in quick intervals instead of just straight holding it down. This allows the ball to stay closer to our car, keeping us in more control. So really quickly before moving on, drive around the pitch in free play and dribble while feathering your boost. The bounce dribble is a method of controlling the ball that involves slightly bouncing the ball as we move around the pitch, almost resembling the dribbling of a basketball, for example. One thing that is good to do while setting up a bounce dribble is to try and hit the side of the ball with one of the front corners of your car, as this will make popping the ball slightly off the ground to start the bounce dribble a lot easier. You also want to try to do this as you carry the ball across the pitch, as you see me do in the footage right now. Before moving on to the next part, go into free play and practice bounce dribbling like you've seen in the footage, and make sure to remember to keep feathering your boost to make the ball easier to control, and remember to hit the ball with the sides of your car at an angle. Now that we have become comfortable with bounce dribbling, we are ready to bring everything together, as bounce dribbling is the first step and the hook shot itself is the second. To perform the hook shot, as you are dribbling the ball, you want to turn to the far left or right side of the ball, and then sharply turn into the ball and hit it from the side, essentially creating a hook-like motion as we go to hit the ball. I want you guys to go into free play and follow along with me for this. So the first step is to set up a bounce dribble and, advance the ball. Then we want to veer out to the left or right side of the ball. And finally, we want to turn in and hit the ball with all of our might. Keep practicing this in free play, and remember to feather that boost, as if you don't, you will probably often find the ball getting away from you during the bounce dribble. Alright guys, now we're going to take a quick look at a replay example of a hook shot in the actual 1v1 game. So we can see here that our player goes for kickoff, and right here you're going to see he gets that first touch to pop the ball up like a bounce dribble that we talked about, and this immediately gives our player here options. And what you're going to see him do is eventually do our hook motion. It's a little one because he has low boost, but he does a little bit of a hook and drives back in, and this is going to illustrate our hook shot perfectly, and he gets the power that he needs to get it past the defender, and it's a goal. That's going to do it for this video. Remember that the hook shot has 3 parts: the bounce dribble setup, steering hard to one side of the ball, and finally turning back in to smack the heck out of the ball. Thanks for watching. This has been Coach Aero, and have a good one.